So we're gonna compare 3 very popular Instagram social media brands. We're gonna compare ALPHALETE, BUFFBUNNY, and EverForward. And I am reviewing their compression shorts, or compression or performance shorts, I guess, is kind of what I was going for. I had recently gotten the ALPHALETE shorts about a week ago, and it made me want to just kind of compare each of them together and see what's the best, because oftentimes with shorts, you guys ask me what doesn't ride up, what feels good, what doesn't give you crotch sweat, etc. And I know, even for myself, being a female, being someone that holds more of my weight in my legs, shorts can be a very sensitive subject for us females. Many ladies don't even want to wear shorts in the gym, and I was like that for a lot of years, but I've gotten to a place where I'm like, screw it, like I'm gonna embrace myself, I'm proud, like regardless. So I've been wearing shorts more and more in the summertime and to train and to run. So I thought it would be really helpful for you guys to take all 3 of these shorts on a little journey in the gym. I'm gonna share with you how they felt, how they made out in terms of compound movements. So I selected the squat as well as running or walking on a treadmill, because usually it's like you're weightlifting or you're doing cardio, and how do they work out? So we're gonna take a look at all that. These are the 3 shorts that we're gonna be comparing today. We've got the BUFFBUNNY Collection Eclipse performance shorts that just launched. We've got the ALPHALETE Revival 6 shorts, and then we've got the EverForward high-waisted performance shorts. Now I want to first go through just the differences in the material, because you'll notice they're all a little bit different material, even though they are all trying to serve the same purpose, which is compression and performance. Your ALPHALETEs are a very thick, stretchy, very similar to the Revival leggings. It's a combination of polyamide, polyester, and elastane. BUFFBUNNY is just a combination of polyester and spandex, that very spandexy feel. And then EverForward is a combination of nylon and lycra. So these are very different in terms of the material that they have, but again, still trying to serve the same purpose. So you guys are gonna see me doing a squat. I did a set of squats using the same weight, doing the same amount of reps, and really just trying to keep everything exactly the same, in effort to show you if there was any movement with the short, how they moved, how they looked, were they flattering or not. And I would say with all 3 pairs, I had a slight movement, nothing crazy, nothing where I had to pull it right out of my vagine, nothing that major. Everything stayed in place pretty good for a squat, and I did go pretty low on the squat. The gym I worked out in as well, I want to note, is like a sauna in there. It was super duper hot. All 3 pairs of shorts, I did not get any kind of sweat that was showing through. All 3 shorts felt extremely breathable. I will say, I think the ALPHALETE shorts appeared to move the least in terms of the legs, where they move to. But I honestly think for anyone, maybe it depends on your legs, it depends on the body type, but most shorts are gonna have just a little bit of movement there. What really kind of sets them apart is if you're not constantly having to pull them down. And I really felt with the ALPHALETE, I had to do that the least. Let's go through and compare the actual length of these shorts. I want to compare the waistband itself, because they're all high-waisted shorts, and then the overall length. So the ALPHALETE waistband is a 4.5-inch waistband. The BUFFBUNNY is 4 inches, and the EverForward is the shortest at 3.5 inches. And they kind of go in this order too in terms of overall length. The overall length, and I measured on the back side of the ALPHALETE, because on all 3 of these shorts, the back side of the short is a little bit longer than the front. So the ALPHALETE ones are 13.5 inches from top to bottom. The BUFFBUNNY are 13 inches from top to bottom. And the EverForward shorts are 12 inches from top to bottom. So your ALPHALETE shorts do end up being the longest short, and they also have the longest waistband. In terms of the actual material, I don't know that I really had a preference for one or the other. The Everforward and the Buff Bunny, even though they're different fabrics, they both felt really smooth and soft and sweat wicking in the gym. The ALPHALETE Revival material though, there's just something about it that's so thick and durable that added this extra compression that I feel like the other two didn't necessarily give me, which leads me to say that I did find these to be the most flattering overall, and I really did enjoy the material. Oftentimes with shorts that are gray, I get really bad crotch sweat. Just go and put that out there and be honest. If you don't, good for you, but it happens to your girl. So I just want to note that I didn't get any of that, and I ended up doing 40 minutes of the stepper in these. So that was great. I don't feel like any of these get crazy crotch sweat whatsoever. So I do think overall, if you're looking for a breathable short, you can find comfort in any of these for having a breathable short. Just the material on these though is so thick and it really just holds you in place. Now, when I moved to the treadmill, because a lot of people run, like myself, I wanted to compare how bad they rode up running, because I felt like that was gonna be the ultimate test. So I tried all three at just walking at a slow pace. Then I moved into kind of a moderate, just light jog. And lastly, I finished with a sprint in order to really test and see which ones moved the most and if any of them were uncomfortable. And overall, none of them were necessarily uncomfortable. I will say the Everforward ones were probably my least favorite for running. Although I like them for lifting, I would probably never run in these because they almost immediately, when I started to pick up the pace with just a light jog, they started to ride up into crotch land. They really started to hike in there. And then as I started sprinting, they just kind of got further and further up. So I definitely wouldn't recommend the Everforward for running. The Buff Bunny did stay in place pretty well. I was actually surprised because I wasn't sure how I was going to feel running in these, but they stayed in place nicely. But I do have to say the ALPHALETE again won me over. These stayed in place the best. I didn't, in terms of having to pull them down, all three of them you'll see I have to pull them down a little bit after I step off the treadmill. These I had to pull down the least. These I just felt when I was running the most comfortable in. You know, when you're running, you don't want to be thinking about your clothing moving around on you. For me, when I'm doing cardio, that kind of ruins it for me. If I can't just run and get in my zone, if anything's bothering me, a sock, a itch on my sports bra, any of that, I can't have a good run. So it's really, really critical for me to have good pieces when I'm running. And these shorts were number one for me out of all three in terms of being able to run. And I kind of didn't have to think about them. They sat in place, they felt good, and they did add just enough compression where I felt like they looked really flattering on me and didn't overly enhance my meaty thighs. I don't know. I also just wanted to mention pricing real quick, although I believe all three of these shorts, the Revivals, are sold out. The Buff Bunny, you guys will have to check the website to see. There might be a couple sizes left in those, but the Everforward, I actually bought these in the fall and they're not currently available on the site. But in terms of pricing, just to compare, the ALPHALETE Revival shorts are $42, the Buff Bunny shorts were $34, and the Everforward shorts were $33.99. So the ALPHALETE shorts are about $10 more expensive than the other two, but honestly, if you are looking for a good performance short that's compressive, but not overly compressive, that flatters you, that stays in place, that's sweat-proof, if you didn't already guess, these are my number one, you guys. And I think it's worth paying the $10 extra or $8 extra to get a pair that you feel really comfortable in. It's just so important to feel comfortable to me when I'm working out, because the last thing you want to do when you're trying to do something good for your body is to feel self-conscious about your body. So finding pieces that make you feel good and support you during your workout are crucial. And although I do enjoy all these shorts, there's nothing wrong with them if you're looking for a good short. These ones really do just kind of It's the word I'm looking for, Jay. They stand out. I don't know. I went into this review of these 3 shorts with an open mind, but I had a feeling because of the length on these and the material that these were gonna be hands down the winner. And they really did. They stood out to me in every department, and I wanna get more of these. Like I said, they're sold out, so I was lucky I even got this pair, but really, really good. I think all 3 to me are better than any Nike or Under Armour short I've ever had. I've bought in their performance shorts before. They don't really do a good job with compression without really making my thighs really pop out, and I am always picking at myself when I wear those, because I have tried wearing Nike and Under Armour for races that I've done in the past, and I just don't like them. But these, I feel like, are gonna be by my side for a while for workouts. I really enjoy them overall. All right, guys, this is gonna conclude the Battle of the Shorts compression version review. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you want me to do this comparing any other items or brands, please be sure to comment below and keep checking back for more.